I seriously cannot believe this is actually happening today! You are marrying my brother? This is a joke, right? Like, someone's gonna pop out and yell, "Just kidding," any second now? Good morning, Maddie. Yes, it's really happening. We're getting married at 4 o'clock. You should be dressed and seated by 3:45. Ugh, you are so smug! I don't get it. Why would he choose you? You're just so weird. I mean, have you even seen yourself? I have. Every day. In the mirror, in windows, in passing glances. I'm well aware of what I look like, Maddie. And he loves me anyway. Or maybe because of it. Ew, that is so gross. He could have had anyone. Someone pretty. Someone normal. Instead, he chose the girl with the melted face. I see we're going straight for cruelty this morning, all right? I have a burn, Maddie. I got it when I was a child. There was a fire, and I was trapped. I was 6. I still have the scars, and I still have the bravery that got me out of that house. Boo-hoo! What, you want me to cry for you? You think that's some sad little tragic story that makes you deep or whatever? He's going to have to wake up next to that for the rest of his life! And he's happy to. In fact, he says I'm the strongest person he knows. What have you done lately, Maddie, aside from throw fits and embarrass yourself in group chats? You think you're better than me? Just because you got burned doesn't mean you're some hero. You're gonna ruin everything! Everything! Maddie, I'm marrying your brother, not stealing your dollhouse. Calm down. Oh my god! You're so mean! I swear, if you two have kids, you're gonna give them the same scar, and they're gonna get bullied all the way through school! And you know what? I might even make fun of them myself, and it'll be all your fault for being ugly! Did you just threaten to mock your future niece or nephew? That's beyond childish, Maddie. That's disturbing. And for the record, scars acquired in life don't get passed on to children. Did you sleep through biology class or something? Maybe take a breath before you text things that could get you institutionalized. I'm just saying, they deserve better genes. They don't need some crispy-faced freak for a mom. You're gonna curse our family bloodline forever. I wasn't aware kindness and intelligence were curses, but I suppose in your world, anything that isn't designer or surgically enhanced must be. You're just jealous because I'm pretty and young and perfect. You're old and ugly and weird, and your face looks like melted candle wax. And yet somehow, your brother still chose me. Imagine that. That's because he pities you. You guilt-tripped him into this. You made him feel sorry for you. There's no way he actually loves someone who looks like you. He does, and I love him. And I pity you. You're 19, grown enough to drive a car, vote, and build a future. And here you are throwing tantrums like a toddler in a tiara. Shut up! You are not taking him from me. He was mine first. We used to hang out all the time. We had sibling days. We played video games and watched movies, and he told me everything. And now he barely answers my texts. That's what happens when people grow up, Maddie. They form new bonds. They build families. They move on. He still loves you. You're still his sister. That doesn't change. But he's allowed to love someone else too. Someone who isn't you. You're turning him against me. He's gonna forget all about me, and then I'll be all alone! You won't be, but even if you were, maybe that space would give you a chance to grow into someone he's proud of. Because right now, you're not making it easy. You're the worst thing that ever happened to our family! I swear I'm gonna break this stupid wedding apart somehow! I don't care if I have to crash it in a T-Rex costume! I'll do it!
Then I hope you stretch first. It's a long aisle. I'll see you at 4, Maddie. Do bring tissues. You're going to cry.
Miss Joanne, forgive the intrusion, but I wish to assure you all is proceeding precisely on schedule. The orchestra is rehearsing quietly on the back terrace, the flower arrangements have passed my inspection, and the catering staff is currently polishing the silverware as if their futures depended on it. For good reason, may I add.
Jonas, I don't even have words. You've thought of everything, haven't you? Honestly, I don't think I've felt this calm all week, and it's all because of you.
Your peace of mind is, as ever, my highest priority. But, if I may say so without presumption, it feels strange today. A closing chapter of sorts, and my role, once central, soon to be only fond memory.
Don't say that. You've been more than just a butler to me, Jonas. You've been family. A steady hand, a sharp tongue, a much-needed presence in a very chaotic house. Please don't make me cry before I even make it to the aisle.
Forgive me, that was never my intention, only reflection tends to catch one off guard on days like this. I was just recalling the time you attempted to knit a scarf for your father, but succeeded only in producing a 6-foot loop better suited to restraining unruly dogs.
You swore you'd never bring that up again. It looks so easy in the video, and it's not like you tried to stop me.
I considered it a character-building opportunity. Besides, the housekeeper still uses it to secure the garden tools to this day.
I knew I recognized that thing last time I was in the shed. And what about your brilliant idea to hide the birthday cake in the grand piano? For dramatic effect, you said. We had guests pulling buttercream from the strings for a week.
A miscalculation in spatial logistics, but no one could argue the moment lacked flair. Miss, there have been so many days like that. Glorious, ridiculous, cherished days. It has been an honor, a delight. And now as you become a wife, I suppose I must find contentment in having played my part.
You'll always have a part, Jonas. Nothing's going to change how I feel about you. You're not losing me. You're just stepping out of the spotlight for a bit. Although, actually, I may have one final mission for you.
You have but to name it. If it requires silk gloves or brass knuckles, I shall equip myself accordingly.
Well, it's closer to the latter of those two, actually. I need you to keep an eye on Maddie. She's been unhinged lately, more than usual. I don't know what she's planning, but I know that look, and it spells trouble.
Ah, yes, Miss Maddie. A whirlwind of entitlement wrapped in chiffon. Just this morning I found her in the East Conservatory arguing with a ficus. Something about, how dare you look better in green than I do.
That sounds about right. I swear, she's only gotten worse since we announced the engagement. She cornered me in the bridal suite yesterday and asked if I planned on naming our first child Scarlet because apparently it would be so fitting.
A master stroke of subtlety, as always. Fear not, I shall make it my personal crusade to ensure she causes no disruption. I've already stationed the head footman outside the reception hall with explicit instructions. If Maddie shows up in white, he is to accidentally drop a tray of elderberry punch.
That's diabolical. I love it. And Jonas, thank you, truly, for all of it. I don't know what today will bring, but I already know it'll be better with you in my corner.
Then consider me positioned, corner secured, tea brewed, crisis deflected. I'll ensure this day belongs to you, not to tantrums, dramatics, or sequined sabotage.
I'm going to go finish getting dressed now. Try not to physically restrain Maddie unless absolutely necessary.
No promises, miss, but I shall attempt diplomacy until the last possible moment. Now let the games begin!
Hey, crispy bride. What's the matter? Got the pre-wedding jitters yet? Or are you just too busy powdering over your little accident?
Good morning, Maddie. As much as I'd love to indulge your strange obsession with my face, I'm a bit busy preparing to marry your brother.
Ew! Still can't believe he's going through with it. I mean, come on. There were like at least 7 better options at the rehearsal dinner alone. You're the emotional equivalent of a soggy toast.
If he wanted toast, Maddie, I'm sure he'd find something dry and bland enough in your personality. Now, I really do have to get dressed. Goodbye.
Oh, no. Don't run off just yet. You're gonna want to head to your dressing room immediately. Like right now. There's a big surprise waiting for you.
A surprise? Maddie, if you're standing there with a glitter bomb and a TikTok live stream.
Oh, honey, I'm not that immature. I brought something way sharper than glitter, like a box cutter.
Excuse me?
You heard me. I took one long look at that hideous wedding dress you were fawning over and decided it needed a makeover. So I gave it one. I slashed that overpriced rag to pieces. It was beautiful, almost poetic.
You're lying.
I'm standing in the room right now. I can literally see the pieces on the floor. Shredded lace, torn tulle, sad little sparkly bits. The dream is dead. So unless you plan on walking down the aisle in a bath towel, I suggest you cancel this disaster before it begins.
Maddie, if you actually... No, you wouldn't. You're not that insane.
Aren't I? You've pushed me, Joanne. You burned your way into my brother's life, and you're about to burn this whole family's reputation. I just helped the process along.
You're deranged. I'm going to the dressing room right now. If anything's happened to that dress...
Don't bother. There's nothing left to see. It's just threads and tears and crushed bridal dreams. You won't be marrying anybody today.
I'm in my dressing room now, and Maddie, my dress is perfectly fine.
What?
It's here, on the rack. Cream satin, embroidered lace, buttons down the back, untouched, pristine.
No! That's impossible! I slashed it myself! I watched it fall apart! You're lying! You're just saying that to make me look stupid!
Maddie, I don't have to make you look stupid. You're doing an exceptional job all on your own. Again, I'm literally standing in the room. My dress is fine.
No way! I'm in room 108, the dressing room by the front entrance. It had your name on the door. The dress was hanging right in the center with a stupid floral veil and that weird pink ribbon.
Maddie, I'm in room 167. My dressing room is on the other side of the venue. It's been reserved under my name since last month. Where exactly are you standing right now?
I told you room 108, right next to the welcome lounge. It said Joanne on the door. There was a clipboard and everything.
Maddie, I think you vandalized someone else's dressing room, and probably someone else's dress. Do you even know who was using that room today?
Wait. That can't be right. I double-checked the sign. It had your name. I even peeked inside last night to make sure it was the right dress.
Did it not occur to you that maybe, just maybe, someone replaced that clipboard? Or that a certain someone might have been led into a trap?
What are you talking about? This was your dress, I swear! There's no way I just destroyed some random dress!
Well, maybe check your texts. You might want to see who's reaching out right about now. Might be someone very interested in their shredded gown.
Hang on. I just got a message from some number I don't recognize. Let me deal with this. Who is this? I don't have this number in my contacts. You've got 10 seconds to tell me who you are before I block you.
Good afternoon, Miss Maddie. My name is Jonas. I serve Miss Joanne in several capacities, formally as her butler, informally as the guardian of her peace. And today, it appears I've been cast as your adversary.
What? Are you joking right now? Adversary? I don't even know you. My problem is with Joanne, not with some random servant.
And yet here we are. If you seek to wound Miss Joanne, then your quarrel becomes mine. She is my charge, and as of today, you are my assignment.
Wow, okay, so the maid wants to play soldier. How cute. Listen, Jonas, or whatever your name is, go iron some socks and stay out of this.
I would if I believed you capable of behaving like a rational adult. Sadly, your morning activities suggest otherwise. Tell me, would you like to know why your grand plan went, shall we say, off-stitch?
Off-stitch? What are you? Wait! Did you set up that room?
Quite so. I noticed your entrance from the veranda. Brisk pace, suspicious object tucked beneath your blazer, whispering to yourself like a Bond villain in a high school play. I merely redirected you to a decoy room.
I don't believe this. You're telling me you sent me up to destroy the wrong dress?
I did not set you up, Miss Maddie. I merely created an opportunity. You took the knife and ran. A more prudent woman might have stopped to verify what she was about to desecrate.
You swapped the signs? The clipboard? The nameplate? You made it look just like hers.
Thank you. I do pride myself on the details. Authentic monogram, matching cardstock, even copied her assistant's handwriting. You should see me during Christmas. My gift tags are legendary.
I am going to scream. I thought I destroyed her dress. I was standing in the room with her name on the door. There was a gown hanging right in the center.
And what a shame it was. That gown was on loan from the venue, a custom piece used exclusively for elite clientele photo sessions. Hand-stitched by Massimo Fiorentini himself.
Who the heck is that?
He designed the gown worn by the Crown Princess of Luxembourg. He also refuses to take commissions under $10,000.
You're lying. You're trying to scare me.
The valuation papers are on file at the front office. The shredded remnants, however, are now evidence. Expect an invoice.
$10,000? For some lacy blob that looks like it belongs on a bridal Barbie? That's robbery! That's...
Consequences, Miss Maddie, the result of your own actions. And sadly, not one you can undo with crocodile tears or a phone call to Daddy.
My parents will pay it. They have to. They always clean up my messes. This'll be no different.
You say that with such certainty. Tell me, how many times do you think they'll do it before the checkbook closes? Before they realize their daughter is a liability rather than an asset?
Watch your mouth, Butler. You may think you're clever, but you have no idea what I'm willing to do to protect my brother. I'm not scared of you, or Joanne, or that stupid wedding.
No, I believe you're only scared of being irrelevant, which, judging by your behavior today, is already well underway.
You're going to regret messing with me. I could ruin you.
I've scrubbed blood from the ballroom tiles, survived first day of school meltdowns, and personally escorted a drunk ambassador out of the hedge maze nude. You are not even in my top 5 threats.
Unbelievable! You actually sent your wrinkly little butler to stalk me? Is that how scared you are, Joanne? You really thought you needed a babysitter just to keep me from stealing the spotlight?
I wouldn't call it fear, more like a precaution. You did come at me with a box cutter, Maddie. This isn't middle school. There are actual consequences here.
You knew! You knew what I was going to do, and instead of saying something like a normal human being, you let that stiff old weirdo manipulate me. He tricked me. He humiliated me.
Honestly, I figured he'd be involved. Jonas doesn't exactly let chaos walk around unchecked. You're not the first meltdown he's managed, Maddie, but you might be the most theatrical.
You're acting like I'm some kind of villain. You're the one stealing my brother. You're the one ruining everything. And now you've got your glorified manservant sending me invoices and lectures like I owe him something.
You owe the venue something, actually. Roughly $10,000 worth of ruined satin. Jonas just happens to be the one smart enough to make sure you got caught.
Well, I don't care. I don't care. I'm not finished. You think that dress was the end of it? I will ruin this wedding, Joanne. One way or another, you are not marrying my brother today.
You're exhausting, Maddie. And not in the fun, energetic way. I've got 20 minutes to get my makeup touched up, so let's make this quick. What exactly do you think you're going to do now? Set off the fire alarm, tackle the officiant, scream during the vows?
I'll do all 3 if I have to. I'll tell everyone what a horrible person you are. I'll make them hate you. I'll make him hate you. I'm not afraid of Jonas. He's just some old guy with a clipboard.
Maddie, you're throwing a tantrum in a group chat while I'm sipping champagne and being fitted into a handcrafted silk gown. That should tell you everything. And if you think Jonas is just some butler, then you truly haven't been paying attention.
Shut up! I'm not scared of your stupid snarky texts and your fancy words. Jonas can try to stop me all he wants. You both can try, but I'll still win.
Win what exactly? There's no prize for being loudest at someone else's wedding, Maddie. There's just shame and bad lighting. By all means, show up. Throw your tantrum. Let Jonas carry you out like a sack of flour in front of 200 guests.
You are such a witch! You think you've got everything under control, but I swear this isn't over. Not by a long shot.
That's fine. You keep playing checkers, Maddie. Jonas and I, we're playing chess. Jonas, can I ask you something and get a completely honest answer?
Always, Miss Joanne.
That dress Maddie destroyed. Are we in trouble for that? Like, real trouble? I know it wasn't mine, but it was a real designer dress, and we knowingly baited her with it. That has to be some kind of ethical gray zone, right?
Technically, it falls under passive redirection of malicious intent, at least in my personal playbook. But no, legally, morally, and practically, we are not in trouble. The dress was never part of the venue's active rental collection. It was considered too extravagant.
Too extravagant? This is a place that has gold leaf napkin rings.
Exactly. The gown was more of an art piece, displayed occasionally, admired often, but never rented. They even call it the eternal mockery. A bit dramatic, but fitting.
That doesn't make me feel better, Jonas. It still sounds like Maddie destroyed something irreplaceable.
On the contrary, highly replaceable. I spoke with Fiorentini this morning. He still has the original sketches. He said he could recreate it within a few months, and I've already arranged for Maddie to fund the entire process.
You just called him? Like it's completely normal to ring up world-renowned designers on a whim?
I once helped him remove red wine from a white silk runway piece with a cucumber and a prayer. We bonded. He owes me a favor. This will be it.
Okay, well, that's actually kind of impressive. But let's be honest, Jonas, you and I both know Maddie won't be paying for any of this. Her parents will step in like they always do.
That's true, which is why I've instructed Fiorentini to charge by the hour, not just by the garment. I also added an emergency replacement premium, a custom reconstruction tax, and a 12% bride preservation gratuity.
You made up an entire pricing system just to make it hurt more.
I find when consequences come with fine print, they're harder to dodge.
Jonas, remind me never to cross you.
That would be wise, Miss Joanne. Very wise indeed.
Well, guess you just got a nice little taste of revenge. I hope you weren't planning on going anywhere today because your car's not moving anywhere on 4-tires.
Good day to you as well, Miss Maddie. I trust your lunch was satisfying, although your activities appear to have been far more destructive than digestible. I'm afraid I haven't the slightest clue what you're talking about.
Don't even try to bluff. I saw you get out of that car, that slick black one parked near the fountain. You even looked around like you were checking your little kingdom. 4 beautiful, clean cuts across each tire. Hope you enjoyed feeling superior because you'll be waiting for a tow truck in your tux.
Ah, yes, I remember that vehicle. A fine piece of engineering, but unfortunately not mine. I didn't drive here today.
What? You're lying. I saw you. You were fixing your sleeves and looking smug and talking to that valet guy.
Indeed, I parked that car myself, but it doesn't belong to me. Your brother handed me the keys this morning, asked if I could move it to the edge of the lot so it wouldn't be scratched. Quite thoughtful of him. First day out with it, after all.
Wait, no. That's not his car! My brother drives a silver sedan! He's had it for years!
Not anymore. He traded it in 3 days ago. Today's the first time he brought the new one out in public. It still has the temporary plates.
You're lying. You are lying to me right now just to mess with me. Say you're lying. Say it!
I'm afraid I cannot accommodate that request. If I did, you might not realize what's waiting for you once he finds out. 4 tires, brand new car, black, sleek, very expensive.
I thought it was yours. I thought he was getting even. How was I supposed to know he got a new car?
One might suggest not slashing any tires at all, just a thought. Or perhaps confirming your target before committing vandalism in broad daylight.
You are a monster. A freakish little chess master monster. You set me up again. I'm gonna ruin you for this. I'm going to make you pay.
Jonas! Tell me I didn't just hear that correctly. Did you seriously actually use my fiancé's brand new car as bait?
Good evening, Miss Joanne. Yes, I did. Quite successfully, I might add. Though I must confess I underestimated how quickly Maddie would resort to tire-related violence.
Oh my god, I leave you alone for half an hour and you turn the parking lot into a psychological experiment? He just picked up that car. It's got like 40 miles on it. He was babying it like it was a newborn.
Quite right, which is why I was meticulous in my approach. I asked his permission beforehand, full disclosure, and he was remarkably enthusiastic once I offered to loan him the matte black Lamborghini while the damage is assessed.
Wait, you offered him one of the Lamborghinis? Like it's some kind of consolation prize?
Well, it seemed fair. The poor man had to hand over his keys to his future butler-in-law. Besides, he looked rather dashing behind the wheel when he took it for a spin.
Oh my god, I can't even be mad. You set a trap using my future husband's luxury vehicle and sweet-talked him into using an even more expensive car. You're like some sort of high society Batman.
If Batman wore cufflinks and arranged centerpieces, I do try to serve with both efficiency and flair.
Jonas, I swear, you've protected me from stalkers, exes, scandal-hungry tabloids, but this wedding, this has brought out your final form.
Miss Maddie has proven a uniquely tenacious adversary. It called for elevated tactics.
And now her bill includes a destroyed luxury dress and damage to a custom-tuned performance vehicle. What's the total so far?
Just north of $21,000 and climbing. The paint alone will be a costly fix. Your fiancé insists it only be done by the original custom shop.
Of course he does. I'm marrying a perfectionist with a vendetta for clear coats.
You chose well.
You're unbelievable, but also, thank you. I really do feel like you've built a fortress around me today.
It has been my honor, and don't worry, I won't let her breach the gates. But I can't promise the venue itself will survive unscathed.
Jonas, just try not to destroy the building, please.
Understood. Structural integrity will be maintained. Maddie's ego, however, may not fare as well.
Hey there, Maddie. Are you feeling any better?
What do you want? Did you come to gloat? Are you gonna text me a picture of you smiling in your stupid wedding dress while I'm lying in a hospital bed like a tragic villain?
Maddie, no. I'm actually texting because I wanted to see how you were feeling.
Oh, sure, right. You're just so sweet and concerned all of a sudden. You're probably having cake right now while everyone's laughing about how I fell like an idiot.
I'm not laughing. I'm honestly still shaken. You tried to burn down the venue, Maddie. What were you even thinking?
I was thinking it was my only option. Do you even know how hard I tried to stop that wedding? I did everything. The dress, the tires, the drama. Nothing worked. But yeah, I poured gasoline on the wall. I was gonna stop it all.
You were going to commit arson. You could have killed people. Jonas said if you'd actually managed to light that wall, the whole place would have gone up in minutes.
Good! That was the idea. I just wanted one win, Joanne. One!
Maddie, you slipped on a banana peel. You landed on top of your own lighter. You burned your own face.
He planned that. He knew I was coming. Who even carries banana peels? Who is he? Some kind of magic goblin? I fell so hard, and then I smelled burning skin. My face is ruined.
Maddie.
Do you even understand what this means? I was beautiful. I had flawless skin. I was the pretty one. And now I look like a monster. And it's your fault and his.
Maddie, no one did this to you. You did this. You made every single choice, and now there are consequences.
And the worst part, I'm stuck with the bill for everything. Do you know what that stupid dress cost? Over $10,000. That's like a car, a used car.
That wasn't even the worst of it. The car you slashed, that was your brother's brand new ride. Custom paint, imported parts, insurance nightmare.
I know! In the venue, they just sent me the invoice. Do you want to guess the total? Huh? Want to take a wild little guess?
I'm afraid to.
$23,000! $23,000! And that doesn't even include what that stuck-up designer is charging to remake that stupid peacock wedding dress I shredded. I can't pay that. I've never had a job. I don't even know how to have a job. I don't do work.
Maddie, you're over 18. You're not in school. You should already have a job. You've just never had to face consequences until now.
Well, I hate it. My parents said, you made this mess, you clean it up. They're refusing to help me. They cut off my cards. My cards, Joanne. What am I supposed to do now? Get a name tag into Punch Clock?
That might not be the worst thing in the world. Welcome to adulthood, Maddie. You're going to be on the line for every dollar of this one.
This is the worst day of my life. Worse than the time I got my phone confiscated for a week. Worse than the time Daddy made me apologize to that teacher. At least back then I still had my face. Now I've got this giant, hideous burn that's never going to go away. I'm just as disfigured as you used to be. Are you happy now?
Maddie, you don't have to worry about that anymore. Go check my Instagram.
What? Why? What does that have to do with anything? Wait, what? Your scar is gone! It's actually gone? Like, magically gone?
It's not magic. Jonas referred me to a specialist in Geneva. He's one of the best in the world. I kept the scar for years as a reminder of what I overcame, but I realized some people will never see past it. I was ready to move forward, so I did.
You have to give me his number. Please, I'll do anything. I can't stay like this. I look like a baked potato.
I'll give you his information, under one condition.
Miss Joanne, may I be among the first to say that you looked absolutely stunning today. There was a moment just before the ceremony began where every person in the room turned toward you and it felt like time stopped. You were, in a word, breathtaking.
Jonas, that means the world, truly. I don't think I could have made it through this day without you. Actually, I know I couldn't have. You did so much. You always do.
It was my honor and my responsibility, though I will admit this wedding required far more strategic foresight than most international peace talks.
That's putting it mildly. Between the dress sabotage, the tire slashing, and the attempted arson, you've basically diffused a war. I still don't know how you kept your cool through all of it.
You were the calm at the center of the storm. I simply followed your example.
Jonas, are you really sure about the thing with Maddie? You don't have to tell me everything, just, are you sure?
I've given it a great deal of thought. If she succeeds, well, then the world will be a brighter place for it. And if not, she'll remain precisely where she is now, except perhaps a bit more humbled.
I'm still not sure how she can be humbled, but I guess we'll find out. Either way, good luck. I mean it. You've earned a vacation. Or 3.
Nonsense, madam. Being in your service has been nothing but a pleasure. A day working for you is better to me than 1,000 nights in a tropical paradise. Now, today is, sadly, the final day that I'll officially be in your service. If you require anything else of me, Miss Joanne, one last task, one final favor, you need only ask. I'll be there, as I always have.
Thank you. You're the only person I've ever trusted with everything. But this next part, I don't think you can help with it.
Ah, say no more. I understand perfectly. I shall take my leave then, quietly, discreetly, as always. And I shall carry the memories of this day with pride.
Jonas, thank you for all of it. Every ridiculous, chaotic, beautiful moment. You've done more for me than I could ever repay.
It was never about repayment. It was about protecting someone who deserved far better than the world gave her, and watching her take back that world in heels and lace. Goodbye, Miss Joanne. It has been the honor of my life to serve you.
The deal was simple. Maddie had to complete full maid training, under Jonas no less, and he'd not only introduce her to the surgeon, but cover the entire cost of the operation. Her training is currently underway, and it's going about as well as you'd expect. She broke a priceless tea set on day 1, poured boiling water into a flower vase on day 2, nearly ironed the monogram off a silk napkin by day 3. Last week, she tried to sweep a rug with a hairbrush. Jonas hasn't raised his voice once, but he's had to pause more than a few times to pinch the bridge of his nose. She cries herself to sleep every night, but still, she refuses to quit. Because the alternative is working part-time at a supermarket to pay off her debt. And Maddie would rather polish silverware for 10 hours than wear a name tag and clock in. As for me, I'm enjoying married life. My husband still can't believe any of it actually happened. Sometimes I can't either. But when I see him asleep on the couch with our dog curled up on his chest, I remember why we fought so hard for this, and why it was worth it.